Good evening, everybody. Coming to you with another video. This one is a sponsored video, and I do want to say this is degenazol. So please go in at your own risk. I will go through the project. I am going to jump in with a little bit. I think the concept is kind of neat and maybe fun, but this really is a use money that you're willing to throw away and enjoy. So with that said, this is not financial advice. Please do like and subscribe. I do appreciate everybody and their support. I get lots of comments and lots of DMs, and I do appreciate all those things telling me how much you're enjoying the content. I do want to keep this coming to you, and some of it will be degen like this. I still want to look at some of these projects. There is still money to be made with some of these projects, but you do need to be smart about what you're doing, and definitely go in with stuff that you risk capital that you're okay and aren't afraid to lose. Go in thinking it's gone, to be honest with you, with some of this stuff. As I said, I will continue to cover these kind of things, but I do want to be very pressing on the risk that you're taking when you get into them, because the last thing I want is somebody to lose money that they can't lose. So yeah, other than that, we'll get right into it. As you'll see, this is Blixen. If you don't recall, as I'm a mod with Wealth Mountain, these guys actually were partnered with them and still are. And there's some type of back and forth and some type of revenue sources for Wealth Mountain as they move forward and move on to their V2 that's coming out soon. And so paving the way for degens across the planet. So that's what this is about. So we're going to take a little quick look at the white paper that they have. Basically, it's just a group of developers that quit their day jobs. They made some money in DeFi and have now used it to create some protocols. This one here being one that is supposed to actually evolve or basically revolve. So after one session, the contract will go to 0 at some point, and when that happens, it'll reset, allow people back in, and then it will do it all over again. There seems to be a little bit of gamification. Not really all the facts, I don't think, are out quite yet. This as you may. In order to get into this round early and get a higher rate of return, you do need to do something called VIP. So we'll get to that in a second. And this one has been audited. And it's actually, the contract's been renounced as well. So the whole part of this and what their claim to fame is on this new one that they're coming out with is real education, simplified code, and transparency. So we'll just go a little bit through this. Walk through explanation of what smart contracts are and doing in plain English, fighting chance for everyone in DeFi space to make a killer gain, project that will be here for a good time, not a long time. So again, keep those words to heart. Like, it's great that they're being really transparent about this, but heed those warnings and make sure that you're playing the game within those parameters that are comfortable for you. What will we do? We'll create a simplified conceptual fork of the most popular DeFi dApps that you've heard about. By this, we mean take the concept of a popular app and rewrite the code to make it easily digestible. They'll give everyone a chance to get in early, and they'll ramp up earning rates as you earn more quickly. So this was kind of their original concept, and I think they've kind of evolved on that. And this new one, actually, I believe, is sort of their own project, not necessarily a standalone different one, but that's what Blixen itself is about. So now let's get into Blixen Limitless. So about that. Blixen Limitless is our first original Blixen dApp, creating waves in the DeFi world. The mission of it is to give players the ability to practice their skills. So the idea behind this is you're going to be investing in a DeFi project, and I guess the point is there's going to be lots of information inside this dApp to help you with your decision-making process. And as different versions of this unfold, hopefully you will increase your awareness on how to play the game and become better at doing it. And this might hopefully, and we'll see. I'm not going to sit there and promise that this is going to give you the world, but what they're seemingly trying to do is help educate you on how to handle these situations. So when you get into DeFi degen plays, you can be hopefully a little more educated, a little more smarter, and make a better decision as you play through them. But definitely, like this says, getting in early is one of the best things. And there's a couple of ways to do that with this one, and a couple of ways to play this one, at least in my immediate glance. And then obviously as it actually goes through, maybe we'll unfold some more strategies as we go. And I'm be happy to come back and go through some of those things with you. So there's intelligent balance alerts. So it's telling you what the contract balance is right on the DApp very brightly. Detailed Git book documentation. So there'll be documents on everything. Player lockup tool. So just about your, I'm assuming the dashboard where you do your, put your wallet in. Full referral tracking system. So there is a referral system with this one. There's goods and bads to these. As always, I'll throw my link in there. If you found out about this project through me and decide you want to invest in it, then obviously I'm not going to say no to the referral. At the same token, I am going to try and use those over time, and I am getting much closer to possibly doing either a Discord, or what I'll do is I'll do comments in the YouTube. I really didn't like the other ones I was doing. It was trying to get you guys to like different spots and help out the protocols and whatnot, but it's kind of hard to do all the extra hoops, and they were just difficult to use. Sorry, babbling there a bit. And then hints and tips in the app. So inside the app, it'll tell you certain things to help, I guess, with your decision-making process, which is quite neat. And live contract balance chart. So that's actually got a visual chart as opposed to just the contract balance to help you see the trend in what's happening right in front of your eyes. So a lot of times this stuff you have to seek in different spots and look for the information yourself or find a dune or whatever. So kind of neat that they're trying to show everything off in one place. So basically with VIP, the main thing is you get a bump on your returns. So for the first 7 days that the protocol starts up, so after every round, you'll have 7 days where you can buy a VIP status. It's about $15-ish basically. It's that you have to pay to get in. I think it's 0.05 BNB or something. And once you do that, that gives you that VIP status, which gives you an extra % on your return. The other thing that they have is this VIP status. And basically what that means is once you've had VIP status for 5 rounds in a row, you'll permanently have this benefit and you won't have to pay for it every round. So if this does carry on and become something that becomes enjoyable for people to play and get into, and you become kind of a regular in it, then you won't have to pay the VIP fee every week after the first 5 rounds. Non-VIP status still allows you to get into that app. Basically, what you'd be doing is more just getting in when the contract actually launches, so after the VIP people are in. When it comes to these kind of apps, the big thing here is getting in day one is one big advantage. But you have the risk of it not working out and other people not getting in behind you, and then the contract doesn't go much of anywhere. But when you're in first, you have the better chance to get the most payouts kind of done. With VIP status, it kind of illustrates that for you and kind of says, okay, this is your best bet in. This is when you're getting in at second one kind of thing. And then there's the people that get in a little bit afterwards. And there's sometimes some disadvantages to that. And in which case the non-VIP status kind of illustrates that timeline. If you're one of the first non-VIPs, that's probably okay. If you're later on, your chances are getting a little bit more harder to gauge whether how well you're going to do and whether you'll ROI in some cases. And then it's down to the rounds. So basically, how many rounds will there be? Let's find out. So as long as people are supporting it and putting money in, then it looks like it's going to continue because the contract has been relinquished. Each round starts with a 7-day period of VIP status. This is when you're able to get in as a VIP. Once that is over, basically there'll be 24 hours for the VIPs to put in their capital that they want in the round. And then once that's done, everybody can get in and the game starts playing. Win the round. You're playing against others, players all over the world with one goal in mind, to make the best decision. All statistics are provided in the front end and BSC Explorer so that all players can do their own proper analysis and make a decision based on their player's analysis. So what you see, how you make your decision off of that. The smart contract provides you with a random generated numeric limitation. So it's up to you, the player, to make the best decisions possible to maximize your earnings and chances of winning. So kind of vague here so far, but it'll be interesting to see how it all works out. So there's a 7-day window, 24-hour put-in period that you have for the VIPs, and then we go into the in-round mechanics. So we'll take a little peek at this. Let's get ready to rumble! There are numerous ways you can earn Blixen Limitless to come out as a winner. Every entry you make into the game is recorded and earns you an ROI dependent on your smart contract limitations that are randomly by the contract. So it sounds like there could be some limitations when it comes to, or some benefits to you putting in multiple deposits as opposed to just one lump sum deposit at the start. Every entry will earn you access to a generated referral link, which will allow players to earn 2% of their referrer's entry amount. and every entry will earn you a round set ROI based on the time lapse since start and entry of time and last withdrawal. So just different mechanics here to kind of play around with. So be interesting to see. Obviously, main strategies, one of them is getting the VIP, which makes sense because it gets you in early. Participate, just the more you're in there, probably the better chance you can see how things are actively happening and make plays based on that. The more you play, the more you earn. Compound lets the winnings so far and double down on it. Compound lets you withdraw your earned winnings and put them back into the contract to allow you to earn a larger ROI. So I guess if you... So the weird thing here is with a lot of these dApps, the compounders oftentimes lose if they're not getting their money out fast enough. So this one does give a little bit of a more gamification, giving you possibly higher returns if you do more compounds. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out in this. And then collect. The next round is going to start soon, so you collect what's left and then go on to the next round. These are various change per round. So ROI is going to change per round somewhere between 1 to 8. So that might change how much money you put in or how much money you don't, and also how long the rounds might last if there's a lower percentage. And then a VIP bonus that goes from 1 to 2%. So right now, I think the first round, I guess, that they set up is going from 6 to 7 is the first round, and then it'll be random after that. Number that is used to determine when the current round will end. This value is a number will always be 5% of the max TVL per round. So there's a limit to how long the rounds can go, I guess. The nice thing there, I guess, is if it does end the round at a certain point, you are able to cash out, I presume, some of your funds, whereas oftentimes the contract drains and you're done. So that's kind of neat. I'd be curious how that all plays out, and if it's not just a play to the finish line and you get drained and you're done kind of thing. So that's kind of neat. Maybe you could end up with some money, but not all at times. The decision for when to interact with the smart contract in ways remains completely up to you. So yeah, just how you do it. Okay, so neat. Right now, there is no winning strategy yet. You have to kind of try and figure it out. So they left a little bit of mystery in there. Obviously, there's some things you can look at to kind of help yourself. So you're welcome to take a look at those. Like always, taking a look at the white paper is advised. And so the neat thing about this one too is there's no maintenance required. The contract is what the contract is. All the data has been transparent and stored on the blockchain. No backdoors, verified through audit, which we'll show you in a second, or we'll just have a quick peek at. No shadiness from the developers or owners. There's no limit to how much you can earn, lose, how much this can earn you, lose you, and no limit on time. This allows the autonomous progression of the smart contract within. So the smart contract's been relinquished, which basically means they don't have access to it anymore. So there's no stopping this train kind of thing. It's there. It is what it is, and it just runs. So there's some frequently asked questions. I won't go through those, but definitely something you'll want to read through. So I'll leave that to you. And let's have a little quick peek at the audit. So the audit came back with really no issues in the most part. There was one medium issue. And if you actually look down, it's the way that it randomized something. So I'd have to go and check the code of line on 765. There's a spot where it's randomizing something, but it's not that random. I assume that might be to do with how the game starts up, which would be happening at a different time and not in the control of the player. So it's probably not a big deal, but if you wanted to have a closer look, that's something to look for. Other than that, here's the website. So this is just the base website. So this is for Blixen. Blixen did have some other things that they did back during Wealth Mountain's first launch, and now they've gone to the limitless one. Perfect game theories, true zero thumb, true zero thumb sum, randomized rewards, VIP bonus, custom airdrop, simplified model, never ending. Contract balance tracking. So this is just showing the stats, global user stats, claimable rewards, max TVL watcher, easy to use wallet check, and detailed analytics. And then automated cycles. So with this one here, it's built from scratch, zero owner privileges, automatic adjustment, full cycle revamps, clear user interface, and built to be limitless. So that's the really neat thing here is it's totally shut off. So here's the website. So right now, the only thing you need to do is I actually did apply for the VIP, so I'm already in that. Basically, all you did was connect your wallet, click on that, your MetaMask would come up like normal, and away you go. And you put in your, I think it's 0.05 or whatever it is, or 0.005, I can't recall, sorry. And so right now we have one day and 5 minutes until launch of the VIP session, which I'll be getting into. I'm probably not going to put a lot. I'll put $200-300 kind of thing in just to give it a go and then see how it goes and maybe do something else later. As I said, if you have a referral code, mine will be in the bottom if you'd like to take advantage of that and see what that does for us. And what else? Well, here, the contract tracker right here, so nice and visible, which will be kind of nice, so you can see how the contract's going. Obviously, there's nothing in there right now, and then what's in the balance round. And then, as said, there's some things here that talk about the different things that are in there, so definitely take a look around at that. Minimum $50 to get in, and if you have a referral, approve, enter, so your normal stuff. So you have to prove how much you're putting in, and then afterwards you'll deposit it. And there's your smart contract and your audit. Fees 5%. So basically, when you enter the system, when you compound and when you collect, 5% of the fees go to them. So they're making a good little penny depending on how much goes through this, but they're giving us the opportunity. So that's how that stuff works. And that'll be used, I believe, for marketing and different things like that to keep people going. Max TVL so far. So obviously nothing in there now. Our launch tomorrow, and then public launch the day afterwards. And round starts at $0. So I believe some of these rounds, and I think that's probably what it says right in here as I'm flailing it around. Sorry. Oh, it doesn't want to come up now. I believe that when, I'm like just off of it, the number is super important. When the value reached, all winners will losers will determine based on the round. A new round begins with the base TVL of this amount. So basically, based on, I guess some of the fees and stuff might go into this. I'll have to look a little bit closer, but there's going to be a little bit of a TVL already in the next game, which is kind of cool. That's maybe where the zero sum happens because the money's always rotating through. Previous rounds, it'll show you what you did, how you did. Current round based on where you are and all your abilities to do during that round, whether you want to compound or collect during it. And then some referral info breakdown. So it kind of breaks everything down pretty cleanly, which is kind of nice. Player lockups, limitless rounds. So all-time rewards. So this is cool. So it's actually going to show you how you're doing based on the rounds that you do. So right now they're up to 62 VIPs. So that was up a little bit. I think one of my buddies, Jack, did a video not too long ago, and it was around 50 something. So there is some increase happening there, which is great to see. Some more involvement, and that's basically it. So as I said, this is super degen. I even mentioned to the guy when he approached me about doing the video, I'm like, this looks degen as, and I literally said that, and he's like, yep, and that's what we're here for. So they know who they are, they know what they are, and they're happy to be that for the industry. So something different. We all, I think, are getting a little bit dry right now, a little bit bored. So if you want to have a little bit of fun, maybe this is something to have some fun with. But again, this is a game. Do not go in here thinking you're going to 2x your money, 10x your money, but come in here with a little bit of play money and have some fun like you're going to the casino. That's about it. Thank you so much for watching. Do obviously hit that like button on your way out if you didn't already, and do hit that subscribe for me because I do appreciate that and it helps me grow the channel. We're getting really close to, I think, 900 soon, and then obviously looking forward to that 1K mark because that's a big milestone, of course. So yeah, thank you. And we're actually going to have an AMA. Just going to be making up the thumbnail tomorrow for it. But we're actually going to have Danny from MDB come on in and have a little chat with us. We're going to go through the protocol a little bit, go through some of the changes that have happened, some new things that are happening, and I'm going to have, I think I'm going to try and collect some money, maybe 500, 1K or something, and we're going to invest into MDB Live and go through maybe the thought process along with Danny helping me figure out how best to approach the protocol. I think I have a little bit already in there from the gravity well from a couple of projects that I ROI'd in, which was good, but they did unfortunately go away and were sucked into the gravity well. So looking very forward to that chat. I would hugely appreciate it if you join me for that one. That would be amazing. And thanks so much, guys. Have yourself a great day.